Hello artists, I'm going to now show you how to create long hair. So I'm going to look right here in these boxes all the way on the right hand side of my picture. And the lion has some long fur. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to create the soft undertones. So I'm going to use my HB pencil, my number 2, and I'm just going to create an area of soft blending here. Okay. So this is just looking for where it's light and where it's dark underneath. Okay. Now as you're shading, okay, and hopefully you've heard me mention this before, but I will continue to repeat it. Your goal is to hide your grid. Okay, the grid is a tool to help you draw, okay, but the grid is not something that we want our viewers to see when we're finished. So as you are working, it is your job to erase away those grid lines and to make sure your shading covers them up. Okay, so in the end, you definitely don't want to see that grid. Okay, so I'm creating this light area right here. So now I'm going to take my blending stump and I'm going to smooth this out. Okay, whenever we do hair, I want you to...
Miss Pizzuto, please call the main office.
I want you to think about the direction that the hair would be brushed in. Okay, so I'm taking my blending stump, and again, look at this, the mark that it's making on here, because I'm laying it flat. You don't want to do this with the tip. You want to do this with a long edge, and just very gently swoop it down, brush it down, give it the direction and the flow. Okay, now I have some areas in here that are a little lighter, so that's when I'm going to use my eraser. And I'm just going to use my eraser to lift up, almost as if I'm drawing white lines in there. Okay. And then there are some areas that are a little darker. So now I'm going to switch to I'm using a 7B. Perhaps you're using a 6B, a 7B, or an 8B, all of which are your darker pencils. And I'm going to look in here and I see there's little areas of darkness. And I'm going to just really light wispy lines. Make sure you have a good point. If not, sharpen that pencil. And just really, really soft and swoopy with that arm. Okay, you don't want to create stiff lines when you're creating something that's organic and flowing like hair. Okay, and then you can start going in with the darks. You see how the dark lines kind of push down into here? And pull those down. And if you want to get some more variation in there, use your other 2 pencils to create different line thicknesses and line weights, line the darkness of each line, and really layer those in there. Okay, so then we're starting to create just that hair texture right there.